of the party.
Back on that mythology, because that's what it is. It's a damn lie from the pits of hell.
Right.
And if you were to push back on that and insist upon a value system, insist upon a criteria, insist upon just a standard into which we want to operate romantically, we are demonized.
Yes.
We are, we are seen as ungrateful, and eventually we become the ungrateful, angry Black woman. And I personally won't have it.
Every single time.
Yeah.
And you know what was really disgusting to me? You got a lot of backlash. And then I believe it was Tyler Perry who came on the flip side and basically said that we need to start looking at men that don't make as much, or the stay-at-home dads, and considering them.
I think his exact thing was, I mean, if he can contribute to, the light bill, then
The light bill.
but
That's what he said.
but he makes you happy in all other areas, then I mean, and he met you at your worth. I thought he'd actually said he met you at your worst.
Worst.
I was like, wait, what are we even saying?
Crazy.
What is the story that we're being force fed? It's gross.
And they were applauding him.
I was just like, this is, first of all, Tyler Perry makes movies where the bus driver looks like Boris Kojo. And in that case, bring him on. Every single woman would be like, girl, I'm dating a bus driver. Oh, you want to see him? You know what I'm saying? So yes, that's a factor. And it's like, I kind of feel like it was a gotcha moment with you.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, why throw bus driver at you?
Here's the thing about what Tyler's suggesting, right? The subtext is going back to what we just talked about. Your worth is minimal. So if you are willing to accept minimal contribution to your household, a la a light bill, that is equivalent to your value in society. That's the subtext there that no one's saying out loud.
But
I feel like she missed the whole point of what Tyler Perry was saying during that speech. But
I think Tyler Perry missed the whole point of what the hell we was saying during that speech.
what point was he missing?
The fact is, why should we accept somebody that only can contribute bare minimum and allow him to continue to contribute bare minimum? Why should we accept that? I don't never hear any
okay.
say Black woman. Why don't he go give that statement to white people? Tell them to go accept bare minimum. Tell them to accept, someone that's only willing to pay the water bill.
Okay, again, I feel like you missed the whole point of what Tyler was saying. Is that
We
one?
didn't get the whole point. Y'all want to reword what Tyler was saying, but at the end of the day, he said it clear to us.
No, he did not. He said it clear, but not to the point where y'all got it wrong. A lot of y'all focus on the financial point, which is not what he was saying. It's just like, if a man makes, this whole point was, if a man makes you happy, if the man makes you happy, you should stick with that man. That was the whole point. If it was about happiness. Now, also, he specifically was talking about women that does make more, like substantially more than men, but a lot of them are lonely. He specifically was pointing. Also, the man he was talking about, he said he wasn't even bare minimum. He just said the man works hard. He has a good job. He just don't make the money that the woman make. Let's say like Ebony K. Williams is a lawyer. All right, that man could be let's just say he is a bus driver, but that bus driver has been on that same job for 10 years, and he's probably getting top pay and like got a bunch of benefits that can rely on. Or there's he's never told you to date a bum. And I feel like when people explain this, I feel like a lot of you women think that we try to make y'all date bums. No one wants y'all to date bums. But what he's saying is just like, maybe your lifestyle of abundance is where like,
then he should leave them the hell alone. If all you can pay in this woman's lifestyle is her electricity bill or her water bill or whatever the case may be, what makes you think that this person is going to be happy with you?
Again, you're missing the point. He
No,
does.
that's the
No,
thing.
you're
Tyler
missing the
Perry
point.
is talking about something that is not realistic. Girls who are dating guys who can't even pay nothing but electricity, they will eventually leave this man because at the end of the day they will start to get frustrated.
Again, you're missing the point. You're missing the point, and I think you're only focusing on the
No,
financial.
that's the problem is y'all always guys are just because if you are beneath her, leave her the hell alone. That's just the only simple point. If you can't afford her lifestyle, leave her alone. If you can only afford to pay electricity, there are girls that are willing to that are in that lifestyle bracket where the least you can do is a lot for them. And what Tyler Perry said was clear to every woman. But the problem we had was that he didn't specify it to every woman. He specified it to black women. No, go give that advice to white women and see if they accept it.
They actually do.
No,
You
they
know,
don't.
yes, they
White
do.
white women expect more from their men than and they get more from their men than black women.
There's a statistic out there actually like most Americans they live both with both of the households they both pay and they do their work like only a few people live there like where the man just works every day, especially in this type of economy. And again, the person he was explaining, he's just like, yo, you make more. It's like Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. Obviously Rihanna is a billionaire,
Mm-hmm.
and like she don't need ASAP Rocky money for anything. She could do for herself. But obviously, Rocky, she loved Rocky enough to give that man. I think she's pregnant again with the third child, something like that. So obviously, he's doing
But
something.
ASAP Rocky isn't a bum.
Exactly what I'm saying. But a lot of
He
people
may
still.
he may be
But
paying mortgage at wherever she's at. So the thing is, but ASAP Rocky has money too.
but again, let me finish. Let me finish. A lot of dude. I know a lot of dudes that's in relationship that's like their women does make substantially amount, but she still fucks with them and they like them. Their relationship is still cool. I read the first one of the first articles I've read was like the woman is she's a surgeon and her husband is a manager of Foot Locker. They make it work. And the reason why they make it work is because like they have the love and appreciation. Not everything is financial. It's like he still does his
But
duty as a man. She
if
does her
you're with
duties as
a
a woman.
woman
Huh?
that if you're with a woman that it's financial and she is beyond your bracket, leave her the hell alone. Because she's not gonna ever be extremely happy in that situation. Now, if you're with a woman that doesn't care if you are and you're okay with, feeling less of a man because she's making more, then that's fine. There's women that accept men like that. But if you're with a woman that doesn't, leave her alone because it's only gonna get toxic with time. Because she's gonna start disrespecting you with time. She's gonna devalue you with time. And that's not even a oh, that's not possible. It is possible. Certain women, when they start hitting certain tax brackets, certain amount of money, and they have these alpha personalities, they will not respect a man that cannot completely pay everything that they already have paying. Like this girl right here, I know for a fact she would start disrespecting if she started messing with a broke man.
She had a. I'm glad you brought that up because she actually was married to a rich man. She
Exactly.
Yeah, and she divorced and they got divorced. The man
But
made
then
more
she was
money.
also dating a guy and they were about to get married. And during COVID, I think some situation happened and they didn't get married.
Yeah, because he wanted to spend time with his family, and
Mhm.
she wanted to spend time with him. That's why they got divorced. That one don't even have to
I
do
didn't
nothing
know
with
they
money.
got divorced. I didn't know they got married. I thought
Well, no,
that was a
well,
fiance.
they was engaged, and she broke
Yeah.
off the engagement. But but even then, that wasn't even focused on money. That one was
Because he
focused on
made more than her by a lot.
he again. So, which proves my point. That has nothing to do with financial, and which leads to my second question: how come they can't find no man on their level?
If if the man did not make more than her and he made less than her, the same way she told you that she would not talk to somebody that was a bus driver, but he had to have owned the bus. You think she wouldn't have disrespected a bus driver with her whole heart on a consistent basis when he couldn't afford to pay the whole mortgage that she's living at, or when he couldn't buy her a new vehicle? You know for a fact wholeheartedly that she would disrespect the hell out of that man. And that's not a
Again,
question. When you see
again,
her, you can tell she is
again.
vicious
You
with
just
the tongue for a man that is beneath her. She can be respectable when the man makes more than her. She automatically timids down.
she got divorced and
She's
then lost
been
another
divorced.
engagement. She's the she's yes, she's got divorced off of one and she lost an engagement to another one. So obviously, those men that she was with that made more than him, she didn't respect them either because she even said herself that she had a man that was just like, yo, we going to south of France. And she was like, I'm going to go film Judge Ebony in over there in Cali, whatever it was. So
Hmm.
she had, and this is we talk about Ebony K. Williams. She had somebody on her level. As a matter of fact, she had someone that made more than her, and she
Well,
disrespected them.
she only date men that's on her level, but she had her show.
Yeah,
She had
yeah, you're missing again. You're missing to the point because you're telling me she's going to disrespect people that was below her level, but she had a man that was above her level. She disrespected him. So what now?
She already had her show in the schedule and everything else. You're expecting her
Again,
to just drop her schedule to just automatically start going and following and doing what he's supposed to do.
why
First of all,
not? He
like I
could
said,
afford
she's
to.
an alpha female too.
Why
That's
not? He could again. Why not? He could afford to. He could afford. She could not do nothing the rest of her life with that man. And why? And she doesn't really have to. Why?
did she
And
look
why didn't
did
she?
she look like the type that to do nothing with her life for the rest of
And
her
that's
life?
her. And but
Do
she
she
can't.
look at
A
that?
lot.
When
But
you
a
look
lot of
at her,
women. Hold on.
when
Hold on. Hold
you
on.
look at her,
Hold
do
on.
she
Hold on.
look like that type?
Hold on. Because a lot of women say, if the right man would come by, I would live that soft life, or I would live that submissive life, or I will be submissive if the right man and he will pay for all the, and then all I have to do is do the like a leisure. A lot of women say that, but when they get that man, they don't even want to do that.
But do she
I can
look
tell.
like
Oh,
that type?
I yeah, but so
She does to you?
who her?
Yeah.
She obviously no because she got divorced.
Because
But that's what. But again,
no,
that's what
no,
I'm
it's
saying.
not. It's not about divorce. When you look at her, Ray, when you look at her, do you say to yourself, she looks like the type that will stop working, that will stop doing what she want to do, that will stop going after her own source of money, and she will be willing to sacrifice being her greatest self so that her man can continue to rise up in his full potential? Do she look like that?
I don't think any woman can do that.
A lot of women, a lot of women, when they become submissive, that's what they do.
No, because a lot of women, they again,
When
when we
they
doing this,
when they stop working and they focus on their husband, making sure he's completely together and well and operating his best self, they do.
not in this modern women level, because a lot of modern women want their own legacy. They don't want to be just someone's husband. They want their own legacy. So a lot of this is just like if you ask me in today's age, no. And I feel like a lot of women wants that man, but they still want to be the man in their relationship, and the man just be a walking wallet.
There's
Or
not
a
a lot
walking
of
bank
women
account.
that there's only for a woman that probably have a alpha personality. Not every woman has an alpha personality. But when I look at this girl right here, I could tell, regardless of what.
Oh no, she's definitely, she called herself an alpha woman and all that. But again,
She wouldn't stop her bag to focus on her husband.
then why don't she get someone that makes less than her that will follow, that will help out her legacy, or like, I will back you up. Okay, thank
Do,
you. Thank
do
you.
she look like
Thank
when
you.
you look
Thank
at her, do she look like that type? Because I
Thank
can't
you.
see her. I could not even imagine her
And that's the
choosing
problem.
somebody that is
That is
50 times below her. I
that
could
is
not
the
even see
problem.
her doing that. After she disrespected a bus driver. You think that she would purposely allow herself to go get a man as a secretary on a secretary level to be her husband?
Why not? Alpha men do it all the time.
Because there's women that are purpose, that's their life goal. Why would you go as an alpha
And
man go find
so
another alpha woman that doesn't want to be that wants to be if she doesn't want to be in this secretary level, why would you go look for a woman and try to force her to squeeze into a secretary level and fight with her every day?
men don't do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, well, men don't do that. Men do not do that. We find someone that will play a role for us. If we're all, like I told you, like, we done had this conversation before. Most men don't even want their women to work. If they have enough money and they women don't have to work, we ain't got to do that. Just take care of the house and do all that other stuff. And so we'll find a woman that will fit that role. We're not going to have somebody we're going to bump head with. That's why I made that
But
video.
the thing is, the men for her is a men that does want that wants their woman to be successful, that wants their woman to also. That's the men she's looking for. Any men other than that, she don't care for them. If you don't want her the same, you want her to be at her most exclusive self, then that's what she want for her. But she refused to date a man that also doesn't want the same thing she wants. She wants y'all to be a strong, like top tier power couple. That's her goal. Her man power couple, her cop power couple. Together, the biggest.
Again, that's what Tyler Perry was explaining. That's
No,
what I said.
Tyler
But
Perry was saying that
he never told y'all
as
to
long as
ask
you
for
are,
he
as
never
long as
told
he
y'all to
makes
ask
you
for the bare
happy.
minimum. This is what I'm saying. Y'all feel like he was asking for the bare minimum
No,
because he
he
built up
said
life.
as long as he can make you happy, and he may not be able to pay off that, then you should be like it should work out. But if a female doesn't want that, it will not work out. That's what he's felt. And then to just say it to the black woman, that's what made everybody upset. Give that advice to white women. Don't just
Again,
say black woman. Don't just
white
single
women are
out black women like we should accept. Oh, as long as he makes us happy.
white women are already doing it.
And
White
while
women
a
are
lot of
already.
them are living at home without working.
You ever seen that show on net? I think it was called Netflix, it's like Working Moms or something like that. You ever seen that show? It's like
Mm-mm.
not even the fact that he's home and working. It's just that she make the most money, and like he'll like there's men out there that would take care of the kids, and the woman is okay with it because that's the career she wanted.
Yeah, there
That's
was
what I'm
also a
saying.
show that was on
Again,
Netflix, and there was a woman that was working, and her man was staying at. Well, he used to work too, but then when they had kids, he chose to stay home, and she disrespected the hell out of him on a consistent basis.
yeah, I
I
remember.
mean,
Yeah, I remember. And but what's the funny part was she agreed to that. And that was her fault because she agreed to that. And that's what he said, because he was, as you said, he was working at one point, and then all of a sudden he was just doing the stay-at-home dad thing, and then like
yeah,
she felt the
but
type of
that
way.
proved my point. if the woman does not, if that's not her, if that's not what makes her happy, she gonna disrespect you when when all of a sudden she starts to see you as less than her. Not every woman can be that strong person that can still respect you while you're like, making less than them consistent. Where guys, yeah, a lot of guys used to disrespect their wife, you know, mistreat them and everything like that because they see them as less than them. You wasn't bringing nothing in, so I could do whatever I want to do. But that's what I'm saying is women though, they will take it to the next level when it comes to making you feel less than when they're making more income. And that's why the guy was like, yo, I need to go back into the working field and we have to just, establish daycare because I just refuse to keep letting her, make me feel worse.
Yeah, because that's how y'all women think men like treat y'all.
No, it's certain women
Yeah,
refuse.
exactly. Because which is why, like, first of all, like, first things first, women fought for this. So the fact that y'all don't like what y'all fought for, this is kind of like brought back on your face, and you're like, men is just showing you that. And then second of all, like again, what Tyler again, and what I feel like what you're insinuating and what Tyler Perry was insinuating, you feel like he's he never told you to date a bum. I feel like y'all go automatically to a bum. Now, again, in my opinion, he shouldn't have used someone like just to pay the light bill. If it was me, I'd use the example like she makes 200K and you make like 140, or like
He should have never said black woman.
yeah, yeah.
That's what
No, 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 no,
he
no.
he could have
His
gave
problem,
that advice. He didn't need to say black woman.
no,
Um,
no,
and give that advice to black women. He could have just gave that advice to whatever woman he deemed necessary to accept that advice.
no.
But
His only
don't
no,
say
his
black
only
women need to accept it.
no, his only problem was like he doesn't realize that women take things literal because or they would just focus on that one thing. That's why, and obviously it shows because the we could go through the YouTube comments and it's like Tyler Perry telling you to settle less. Tyler Perry telling you like don't date a man that only could pay a light bill, which it's just like this whole thing was, be with someone that makes you happy. That was that was like the main focus of that whole speech what he was trying to give. Be with someone that makes you happy. If this person makes you happy, but all he could do but all he could do is pay the light bills, but he does everything else, like 90% everything else, then like are you really losing? That's the whole point of Tyler Perry. It's just like a man does 90% of what you do, but the 10% is something like he can only pay the light bill, but he does everything else perfectly. It's like, are you going to be happy with that or not? And then like I feel like the only thing women should so he just going to pay the light bill and that's it. That's that's the problem. That's why I said y'all didn't understand what Tyler Perry was saying.
No, it doesn't matter. He should have never directed that statement to black women.
He
He
directed it to black women because that's his audience. But anybody could. But anybody could. Anything he was telling that to modern women, but it's not. That's just only reason you feel like that because his audience is mostly black women. And
Yeah, but the
yes,
thing is, first
it's
of all, black women are already having an issue with men at that point. Men barely wanted to work at that point. M- Like the income that woman was feeling like they were making more than their black men that was out there. And so to then state that black woman should accept like or should, be okay as long as you are happy. Don't give that statement to us.
okay. First
Send
thing,
that statement to I would rather have him said white woman, but is why say or don't say a specific gender. Just say as long as the person you with make you happy, that's all that should matter.
Okay, first
But to
things
say
first.
black woman, oh, as long as he makes you happy, and if the only thing he can afford is to pay the electricity bill, then you should be happy. Why black women? So we're not deserving of a man that can pay the rent mortgage.
That's
We're not
not
deserving of a man that can make sure that we stay at home and don't have to go to work.
again. That's not what he's saying. You're focusing on this is why I say a lot of people, a lot of women do not understand analogies. Like y'all focus on like the one thing, and which is like him saying light bill. Like I said again, it's just like and whole him pointing to black women, even though that's his audience. He knew that black women was going to get mad. Now you can put that to audience, but he just knew black women was going to get mad because this is mostly in the black
So
community.
what is the light bill an analogy of? Because
The
that's
not
the
the
cheapest bill,
again
depending
the
on
whole again the light you're focusing on the wrong thing, not the light bill. That a man he does 90% of everything you ask for. And his only thing is he can only pay the light bill. Now, granted, at that point, for now he could probably only pay the light bill. Depending on what type of man you got, and if you got a man with ambition and drive, he could go from paying the light bill to paying a whole damn mortgage, and you can fucking don't have to worry about a goddamn thing. You could that's either here and there. But the whole point was if you have a man that makes you 90% happy, are you going to leave that man? Well, you
the
know,
thing is that is for because that is depending of the woman that you're with.
then
If you think a man that can only pay the light bill would go look at Ebony and say, I want to go try and get with her, what do you think Ebony would have told him? Go take his ass home.
you're focusing on the wrong part of his whole speech, which is the light bill.
Do
You're
Ebony look like let's remove the light bill. Do Ebony look like a person that will focus on a man that just can make her happy?
she is an agent of chaos herself because she had the
No,
best.
no, that's a basic. You said don't focus on the light bill. Do she look like a woman that could just be with a man that just can make her happy, regardless of how the situation is? He can't afford nothing, but as long as he make her happy, he'll take out the trash. He'll clean all throughout the house. He'll do the laundry. Um, he'll cook food. Does she look like the type that'll be happy with that type of man? Sitting in the house that she paid for.
Again, if he make it, if he does 90% of what she does, how again? She does 90%. So you telling me that man does 90%, and then she willing to throw the 90 for a zero? That's what you're telling me. She's throwing away the 90 for the zero because now she's freezing her eggs. Obviously, we already know about it. She's freezing her eggs. She's going to have a baby on her own. She's been and you and I both know she's been in both. She been in both situations where she's been with a man that she made more than, and she's been with a man that the man made more than her. Obviously, she can't find happiness anywhere, but that's on her. Father done enter the chat. How are you doing, Father?